Hello, hi guys, hi Liz, hi Stefan.
Hi Gosha.
I'm so happy to have a chance to talk with you once again. I have a question to both of you. What challenges do we have right now in the world, and how we can prepare ourselves, our companies, to these challenges?
It's a big question, and well, we might be able to just put it into one explanation. We have a world that is growing more and more, actually at an exponential rate, more complex, more uncertain, more ambiguous, and more volatile.
Yeah, it's true. And how can we prepare ourselves for that? What kind of skills or mindset do we need to deal with it?
That's exactly the point. Because as this is growing exponentially, we are basically stuck with a mindset, the transactional technical mindset, that we've only had adapted for about 450 years. And we believe that's the only kind of operating model for humans for so long. But that kept us at a linear pace of development. So we need to believe in us that we actually have, as humans, a much higher potential than just going with the old transactional mindset. That's why, well, we're calling it the transformational or the conscious leadership mindset, where we can access more levels of our human intelligence or intelligences that we actually know or that we're being told that we have.
Oh, I'm so strongly connected with this. What is the difference between managing and leading people? Who wants to answer this question? I think Stefan wants to the first one. Yeah?
Well, a manager administers and thereby manages what is. A leader guides what will be. That is the core difference. And for that you need different language. You need a different ability to connect, starting with yourself and then with others. And I think we can break it down to that differentiation.
Beautiful. And Liz?
Yeah, whereby I think that leadership is something that everybody can train. And it's not just a leader, it's not just a person. It's a concept where you start to be more aware about yourself and then being able to also inspire and unlock that in other people.
What does it mean, the new way of leadership? How we can recognize it? How we can understand it? Yes, maybe you will start this one.
Yeah, I think a new way of leadership is where you will recognize it in companies and leaders that are interested in collective wisdom. So this is not just about one leader having one perspective, but to truly make use of our potential and bring our full selves to actually having different perspectives coming together and becoming more system aware in the world.
Great. And Stefan, do you want to add something to this?
Absolutely. We have to remember that humans are a conversational species and we are a connected species. So instead of doing what, well, we're taught in school, university, and in most organizations that we ourselves have to perform. We actually have to remember that it's not just about the me, it's about performing together, creating together. And that's what Luz meant by collective intelligence or collective wisdom. It's the ability to go from the me to the we state of mind, to open ourselves to the intelligence of others and then become a coherent one. And the funny thing is, that is a matter of course when you're a musician. When you're playing in a symphonic orchestra, then up to 60 musicians play Beethoven's Ninth in absolute coherence and flow with one another. It's not just one playing one song and the other saying, same note, but a little bit later. No, they know coherence. Same in sports, same in the military. But somehow, in our private lives and our business lives, we seem to have forgotten this, well, ancient truth. That's actually what makes us humans to be a coherent team.
It's so beautiful that you promote this approach. I'm really touched by this. What does it mean to have collective wisdom in our, I don't know, skills, in our field, how we can understand it? Collective wisdom, what is it? How we can use it?
If I'm just using my own intelligence for solving a problem, just for myself, well, then I'm limited to my understanding of a system, which is basically a limited box. But if you and I can truly join and co-create, all of a sudden, not only your intelligence doubles, it grows exponentially. Now we add Luz to the mix.
Yeah.
And more people, it really grows exponentially. For that, we just need to add to our cognitive intelligence the emotional, empathetic intelligence, that we truly can create common room, that we can all enter space, that we can all enter together. And then the next step is just to become coherent in our doing, in our thinking, in the language that we use. The challenge is we need a different language for that, and we need a different, almost physical space for that, a different process. It's a bit different than the one that we've been taught in school and university, and it's a little bit different than the societal script.
Yeah.
So that is something we literally need to relearn.
Yeah, I feel it very strongly. Yeah,
and I think in order to create those spaces, that's why we're creating trust circles, because it is a different way of having a conversation with each other and opening up more and actually truly listening to each other and feeling to trust to bring more of our own selves, and thereby more potential will be elevated in the room. It's so often that we have these missing conversations, so that we do not have the conversations that truly matter. While if we truly open up and then something amazing happens, creativity, innovation has the chance to show up from collective wisdom.
Thank you very much, and thank you
you
also, and see you next time.